Hello, my name is Michael Morley, and I am here to review Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. When I first saw this movie, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be terrible, like that 2000 one that had Marlon Wayans in it. My god, that was just absolute rubbish. I had never walked out of a movie as a kid. I watched it and I was like, what's so good about it? And 23 years later, we get a reboot. And my god, I came out absolutely happy. I love this movie. It is so fun. It's like Lord of the Rings meets Willow with a pinch of Harry Potter. And I can tell you right now, there's definitely elements where I was watching this movie where I swear to God, they shot scenes of the Harry Potter castle. I swear to God, out in the balcony where Harry and Ron are running to the class, they're late. I swear to God, they used that area for this film. Other than that, this movie has, if you're a Dungeons and Dragons fan or a person who doesn't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, you're just going to enjoy the mythology, the fantasy, the sci-fi, the humour. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it also doesn't go too ridiculous either. But it works in that own way. I think as a person who doesn't really know much about Dungeons and Dragons, I love this sort of genre. I love anything that has anything to do with sci-fi or fantasy or, monsters, wizards, dragons, that sort of thing. It's something I generally enjoy, so if you're into that sort of thing, you're going to love this movie. The movie stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Reggie Jean Page, Justice Smith, Sophia LILLIS, and the great Hugh Grant. And Hugh Grant plays the con man who is the villain in the movie. He has held, basically, if you watch the movie, I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens, but he has Chris Pine's daughter, and Chris Pine is got to get to the castle to save her. That's all I'm going to say. And I can say that Michelle Rodriguez and Chris Pine, as characters, and as actors, they have the best chemistry. They really shine. I've never really particularly liked Michelle Rodriguez, but this film just works for her. She's always played the tomboy character. She's always played the rough sort, and yeah, this film definitely works in her honor. The writing and everything just worked for her. You could just tell that, there are certain movies where I watch her and I'm like, she's always playing the same friggin' character. But this, it worked. And I can say this is one of the favourite characters she's played and one of the favourite films she's done. Justice Smith plays a character who's really not that good at doing magic. He does these spells and he always seems to stuff it up. But as time goes on, he starts to hone his craft and starts to realise that he's more powerful than what he actually realised. Sophia LILLIS plays a sort of character that can change into different animals. She can change into butterflies, she can change into into goats, she can change into any animal that she basically decides to be. Chris Pine plays a witty character who's good at basically bullshitting and talking crap and getting his way out of situations, and he's hilarious in the movie. Hugh Grant basically is a con man who talks crap, is a villain, and he always has the best lines or comes out saying funny things, and he's the likable bad guy. He's kind of a mole. He goes from, whatever benefits him, he goes to that side or the other. That's the sort of character he is. The effects in the film, I mean, they're nothing like Lord of the Rings or, Star Wars or Harry Potter or anything like that, but I don't think it was ever meant to be anything like that. And if anyone who was expecting this to be like a serious Lord of the Rings movie, I don't know if this is what you're expecting, but I think this is exactly what this film needed to be. A movie a film that doesn't take itself too seriously, a movie that has fun, comedy, you know, it has all these genres that work. And yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. If I had to give it a score, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Simply because I think the runtime is a bit long. I think it overstays its welcome. It could have probably been cut 10 to 15 minutes. Because it just sort of drags on a bit, but there are moments in it that I was absolutely chuckling. My favourite bit in the movie is the coffin scene where they're going to the gravesite and they are asking dead people 5 questions, and they have to ask them 5 questions, and they die straight after. That was hilarious.
Were you killed in the Battle of the Everhorse?
Yes.
4 more questions, right?
Yes.
No, that wasn't for you. Did that count as a question?
Yes.
Damn it. Only answer when I talk to you, okay?
Yes.
Why did you say okay at the end of that?
I didn't.
Fantastic. Where's the shovel?
Watch Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. It's a good time.